Hello everybody and welcome to the English version of the narrative dossier. Side note, what I'm about to tell here, I tell from a right-wing point of view. I also get my information from right-wing news sources, so what I tell here may change or be adjusted in the future when new information comes in. So, with no further ado, welcome to the narrative dossier, and today, Comrade Mamdani, the communist of New York. Something very strange happened in New York in recent weeks. The slam dunk winner Andrew Cuomo was taken completely by surprise by a self-proclaimed democratic socialist. This democratic socialist, named Zohram Mamdani, wants to be the mayor of New York. But when you take a look at the ideas of this man, they are downright communistic. This is a very dangerous development for the city of New York. New York has a reputation as a city that never sleeps. The city of as many as 8.258 million people, and it has a long history. Dutch settlers founded New Amsterdam as early as 1624, which was later thus become known as New York. Through the ages, New York has experienced many disasters, including of course the 9/11 attack that took place in 2001. Everyone remembers where they were at that time, or most of us do. However, disasters can emerge in different ways. One such disaster is developing, and for those who follow the American news closely already know that I'm going to talk about this mayoral race with Zohram Mamdani, the self-proclaimed democratic socialist, but as some politicians call him, a communist. Democrats dare not even openly support him, and some who did are already withdrawing. In this particular case, I'm referring to AOC. And those who do not know AOC, her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a far left-wing Democrat, also from the state of New York. The Democrats have a very strong hold on New York. The governor, Kathy Hochul, is a Democrat. She has some issues. The AG, Letitia James, is a Democrat. She has even more issues, but that's a separate video. And the mayor is usually a Democrat. There have also been some Republicans, but less few mayors have been Democrats. Although the grip of the Democrats is loosening, because they have no good ideas, safety issues occur, including in the metro system, and also because quite a few people who are Democrats are being investigated. Current Mayor Eric Adams recently left the Democratic Party. On November 4th, 2025, the next election is scheduled for the city of New York. And in the US, rather strong opinions have emerged about Zohram Mamdani. He's 32 years old and self-proclaimed democratic socialist, and he has some rather bizarre ideas. Recently, he had an interview with Meet the Press on NBC's network, and his ideas were dissected on USA Today News. That interview was very revealing with, in my opinion, very bad ideas. I will list them briefly. He literally suggests that there will be supermarkets run by the government. In my opinion, that's a disaster. A government cannot use taxpayer money to keep a supermarket afloat. Free public transportation. In my opinion, that will cost taxpayers extra money. A $30 minimum wage. In my opinion, then businesses will just leave. That will make the city less attractive for business, and even worse, it will make New York an abandoned city and make it look worse than Detroit. Mamdani plans to create a community safety department. This proposal includes investing in mental health and crisis response programs, expanding evidence-based gun violence prevention programs, and increasing funding for hate violence prevention programs by 800%. But then the question arises, what is hate violence? After all, he also wants to address hate speech. But the First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech. So does he want to violate that amendment? Besides, he used to be a staunch supporter of the defund the police movement, where police would disappear. So is there a hidden message in this as well? Mamdani's plan for primary and secondary education, as outlined in his campaign, include ensuring equal distribution of money and resources among schools in the city. My personal view and opinion, distributing money among schools does not help. Schools, as long as they get free money, will make their own interpretation of it. It's better to let parents choose where their child can go. This forces schools to improve themselves and set a standard. With the idea of thwarting the proverbial big boys, Mamdani has proposed a 2% tax for residents earning more than $1 million a year, and raising the corporate tax to 11.5%. In my opinion, a very bad idea. When you do this, companies will simply leave, and the residents who have a job with one of those companies gets fired or have to leave because of bankruptcy. They cannot longer bring bread on the table for their families. As a result, they have to claim social benefits, so ultimately means more tax increase for ordinary citizens to keep paying for that. There's also something else at play. Those big guys have sometimes put 80 hours a week into their businesses. Watch it grow, watch it expand. That was their own work, and so now he wants to take away their hard-earned money? Another major topic of conversation among all the mayoral candidates was their relationship with Donald Trump, and in many cases presenting plans to resist or respond to his policies. Mamdani's plan to resist Trump includes strengthening sanctuary protections by ending cooperation with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and denying them access to city facilities, improving legal support for illegal immigrants, preventing personal data from being provided to ICE, protecting abortion rights, and increasing the budget of the New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection and the New York City Commission on Human Rights. Again, a very bad idea, and I will briefly explain this one as well. In my opinion, this cannot be done at all, as there are federal laws that will simply force him to cooperate. If he does not do this, then he can be arrested. Secondly, it compromises the safety of New Yorkers because you don't have proper screening of all those illegal immigrants. You may as well import a street gang that then starts terrorizing residents, as happened with an apartment complex in Colorado. He wants to arrest Netanyahu should he set foot in New York, which is ridiculous in my opinion. Arresting another head of state because you, as mayor of a city in the US, oppose his policies is downright ridiculous. And this one is totally ridiculous. It's coming up next. He wants to tax neighborhoods where white people are in the majority. He thinks there is more money there. So he just puts it in his program that says, yeah, it's white. They are white, so they have to pay more. So my question to you is, guys, this candidate, what do you think? Should he be allowed to be mayor? Leave your comments and I would love to hear from you. Also, do your own research and check things out. I'll put a link to the interview and USA Today below. Ciao.